Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I see we've got quite a specialist topic this afternoon. So a couple of people declined the invitation, but doesn't matter. We still have a very interesting topic. So I would like to welcome you all. Um, and for those of you that noticed that I've been quiet last week, I took a week's leave. So I'm now fully rested and ready for this week again and for the rest of the year. So I trust all of you that were on leave are also rested. Those that are still on leave, um, enjoy it. And without wasting any further time, I would like to again welcome Jules the Bros. Jules prepared for us a presentation and some interesting training material um, on the hotspot solution. So, Jules, thank you very much for all your effort, and over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's good to be back. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us again this week. So today's topic, we're going to discuss the hotspot. So the Twoobii Wi-Fi hotspot solution. So just for today's agenda, so again, welcome to everybody. Like I said, we're going to be discussing the hotspot solution on Twoobii, the Wi-Fi hotspot solution. The service is only available at this point on our broadband services. So standby services and data bundle services, this will not apply to. So just your straight out broadband services. We're going to discuss the hotspot, and then we'll have a bit of a Q&A session thereafter for anyone with queries. Okay. So today I just want to start with a bit of a recap on the broadband service that Twoobii offers. Okay. If we look on the right hand side. Okay.
Continue, Jules.
Okay. So as you can see on the right hand side here, this is a basic layout of a Twoobii installation. We can see the antenna, the iDirect IQ modem, the cables, the transmitter, everything else. Okay, so this is just a typical setup. Okay, what the broadband service is, it's fixed fee, uncapped. We support off-grid, high availability applications, managed on pay as you use. Our profiles range from 2 meg to 20 meg. Fair user policy, standard layer 3, special pod services. Okay, so this is just a quick recap of what the broadband service is. Okay. So yeah, so the hotspot service is based on the broadband service. Okay, so if you have a broadband service, then the hotspot service applies to you. Okay, so how does this hotspot service work? Okay, so first I want to say that the hotspot service is a voucher based user access solution. Okay, I'm going to say that again. It's voucher based, and it's a voucher based user access solution. So that means you are able to control access to your network on a voucher based level. Okay, so if you have the standard Twoobii installation, you'd have your modem, your satellite, you'd have your QCAP router on site. Okay, if you have this installation on site, then there's no need for additional equipment. Okay, so the service is available. It is a cloud service that we offer. So but we do support the QCAP router on site. Okay, the drive behind this is we want to give you management of the usage on your site. Okay, so you will find a lot of times on site that there will be one or two people or devices, computers, phones that just download and throttle your entire link. And when you actually want to do business or your work, your emails, then you can't actually do it. Okay. So what this does is it gives you control over the usage on your site. Okay. So this, as I said, it applies to data bundle, the broadband service. Okay. Um, and on top of the managing of the usage on your site, I mean, we are open to you selling the vouchers, to make an additional income on your site. It's really up to you. Okay. Um, so as I said, this QCAP router that we have on site, okay, it's integrated into a cloud-based system, and this cloud-based system sits in the internet. So this is our voucher management service, okay, and this is what controls all the hotspot functions that come from this QCAP router. Okay, so we give you the option to, well, as the end user, we give you the option. You have your own login, so you can generate your vouchers. You can view how many vouchers have been used. You can view the usage per voucher, um, and it's just I just want to make a point at this point that each voucher is device specific. So it's not user specific. It is device specific. Okay, so one voucher per device. Okay, so one voucher for one laptop, this another voucher for your cell phone. Okay, so how it works is with your QCAP router on site. Okay, we set up a separate SSID for your hotspot where guests, clients, employees can connect to, and they are authenticated obviously against the vouchers that you create in the cloud. Okay. These vouchers are purely, if you see the snapshot here on top, it's purely just a username password. So this generates like a 5-character username and password. These are alphanumeric, they're random numbers. So it's literally your tablet, your cell phone, your laptop. You connect to the Wi-Fi hotspot. You get a splash page. You enter your admin password, and boom, you're authenticated. Okay. Um, the nice thing about these vouchers that you can generate is they are very dynamic and very customizable. Okay, so you can, for instance, cap on download and upload speed. You can cap on the amount of data that's downloaded or uploaded, or the total amount of data used, or you can set that the voucher is only valid for 1 hour, 1 day, or it expires in a week from now. Okay, so the vouchers are very dynamic to cater to your usage needs on site. Okay, is everyone okay with me so far?
Yes, Jules, perfect.
Any questions at this point from anybody?
Maybe I can just interject here, Jules.
Yes, please.
If you do implement such a solution at, for instance, a guest house, and the users complain that the devices are not allowed onto the internet, just remember what Jules said: one voucher per device. So if a guy logs on with his laptop, then his cell phone is not going to get internet on that same voucher.
Yes.
So just keep that in mind if you do get such a problem. Thanks, Jules.
Yeah. Yes, that's 100%. So yeah, just again to clarify, it's one voucher per device. So if I have one specific voucher and I connect with that, I connect to the hotspot on my laptop with that voucher. If I then use that voucher on my cell phone, it will not work. Okay, so it's a device specific. Okay, so one voucher, one device. Okay. Okay, and so what we've done is, this is a recommendation of, or an example of, the type of vouchers that you can create. Okay, so remember that we want to manage the usage on the site. Okay, so we want to make sure that everybody can get a fair amount without, how can I say, without having everyone else's experience be bad or different. Okay, so we want to give everyone a fair piece of the link. Okay, so for example, if we take this business 430 that we have, okay, we have a daily allowance of 1 gig, let's say. So if we give everybody 100 megs, okay, we can support 10 users, where these 10 users are all experiencing a fair piece of this 4 meg. Okay, so no one's gonna have, or no one's gonna get more priority than the other. All 10 these people are gonna have the same priority. Okay, this applies for 6 meg, 10 meg, 10 meg, right up to our 20 meg profiles. Okay, like I said, this is purely an example slash recommendation. I mean, you can set it up according to how many users you have or how much allowance you want to give them. I mean, you could give 50 megs on a 4 meg profile and support 20 users or 20 devices. Okay. So that's basically how it works. So there is an admin login for this voucher server for the manager of the server or the partner or the owner of this site. Okay, so you will have your own login to generate your own vouchers. Okay, according to your needs. Like I said, this is a recommendation. You can set it up however you feel best for your business case. Okay, so on that specific interface, you'll be able to see, you'll be able to generate your vouchers. How many vouchers have you used? How much has each voucher used? How long before it expires? You know, you'll be able to see all of this information on that interface. Okay. Is everyone okay with me?
Yes, thanks, Jules.
Awesome. Okay, and that's basically that. Okay, so that is the hotspot solution. That's all it is. I mean, if you have a full Twoobii installation with a QCAP router, there's no additional equipment requirements. It's just something that you tell us you want to enable, and there we go. It's a very easy system to use, and yeah, for usage management, it's great. If you want to generate a little bit more income, it's great for you too.
Jules, if I may, at this point in
Yes,
time,
Avi.
just share different elements with everybody. I think there's two reasons one can use a hotspot tool or this hotspot capability. The one is to actually implement the classical hotspot, which is the voucher-based and generate money and create an income. You can also use it to actually just control access. You might have an environment where there's a number of users. You don't necessarily want to sell the vouchers, but you do want to control usage and allocate megabyte per user per day or per slot. And in that sense, they have a bit more of a structured usage profile. If you, for example, have a lodge or you have a public residence or some contractors compound from that aspect. And then we are actually working on a completely different model for this same technology. In this case, there has been some odd inquiries coming through to us to support public Wi-Fi applications. It could be either at retail shops or at shopping malls or at town squares, some in the rural areas, some in student areas. And normally what happens as a sort of a hotspot operator, the classical model as now is you would contract the services from us. implement the hotspots, and then actually on-sell the services to the market. Now, that works very well if you've got your market right and you manage to sell the capacity according to the model, which means you basically can sell out the capacity. Although it becomes a bit tricky if you can't consistently sell out all the capacity, then it's changing into a bit of a tricky and sometimes a hot type of burning business case, in the sense that since you've contracted the service with us, you are obliged to on-sell, basically contract and sell the sort of pay the service to us, while at the same time your revenue is not guaranteed. So in this scenario, we are considering partnering with selected partners or interested partners where we actually do not ask you to contract that circuit from us. We will actually collaborate and actually provision that service and allow you just to sell vouchers. By doing that, we're actually moving the business case metrics very much so. We are moving the risk environment 100% to ourselves. In that sense, whether you then sell a voucher or not, you have a loss of revenue, yes, and you have a loss of profit, while at the same time, you're not sitting with a cost liability that you're not then covered. So this is just a brief intro. If there are anybody in the forum that are interested in such a possible model, we can discuss it now, or please reach out to us and we can explore more scenarios like that. Perhaps if there's any questions on this, I haven't prepared any material for this. I just wanted to use today's session to put this opportunity on the table and invite further discussion.
Thank you, Davi.
You're welcome, Jules. Okay.
Anyone questions?
Hendrik?
Jules,
Yes,
let's just go back a little bit. Thanks, Davi, for your update here. But I almost forgot, Jules. Can you just elaborate a little bit on the different VLANs that we can set up at the user side to split business traffic from hotspot traffic? So
Okay.
and also just elaborate a little bit on the QCAP router.
Yes, 100%.
The supported routers that we do, please, man.
Yes, so this the QCAP router. Okay, so we can set up. So with the hotspot solution, we set up a separate SSID anyway for the hotspot. Okay, we can run this on one VLAN or multiple VLANs. Okay, so let's say we go for two VLANs. So let's say you want to do a business VLAN on a private IP and hotspot on a public IP. Okay, so you could run your hotspot on this public IP and have your business data completely separate from the hotspot feature. So you would log on as normal. You would just connect to your specific internet or your admin Wi-Fi, and you would carry on as normal. And then everyone who connects to the hotspot Wi-Fi will run through this process. Okay, so you can actually safeguard your business traffic with the hotspot solution side of things. Okay, so you can limit everyone who's a guest to so much usage, while you ensure that at least 500 megs goes towards business data, kind of thing. Okay, so we ideally want the QCAP router on site because that is supported by us. We can do it on the MikroTiks. So the MikroTik router, yes, we do support that, and we prefer to run it through that. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, Hendrik.
Yes, thank you very much. The reason why I stress this point is that if you decide to take another router that's not supported by us, your possible support from us on the service team will be limited. We specialize on the MikroTik QCAP solution, and that is why we would recommend that you use a MikroTik. You don't necessarily have to buy it from us, but please use a MikroTik because we know it's working and it's much easier for us to support. So it cut down on support time and user frustration on your side. Then I would also just like to stress that if you do have a campus Wi-Fi solution connected to your on-site router, it will behave exactly the same. So if your Wi-Fi hotspot solution is running, it will just be extended through the additional access points that's installed on the campus if set up correctly. So it's not limited to that one specific access point.
Correct.
I think that's all from my side. Are there any other questions that anybody would like to ask? If there are no more questions, then I would like to thank you for your participation. I know it was a very specific topic this afternoon and may not be of interest to everybody, but I hope it was interesting to those of you that attended. And please reach out to us if you've got any questions, any more questions, any specifics that you would like to know. Reach out to us. Also, Darwin's invitation on the public hotspot solution. You're welcome to contact us and we'll take the discussion into the next level. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope you have a good week and enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much.